Hello, welcome to today's Vinyasa flow. We're going to get started in a tabletop position, coming to all fours. The one prop I have today is my trusty block. I'm just going to set it aside for when I may need it later. And if you don't have a block, you could, use even just your water bottle or something like that. So coming to all fours, spreading the fingers wide, making sure your index fingers are pointing straight forward. The wrists are parallel with the top of the mat. Inhaling, drop the belly, head and heart lift. Exhale, press the floor away. Feel the shoulders spread across the back. Inhale, drop the belly, collarbone wide. Exhale, press the floor away. Really trying to connect the breath to the movement. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, press the floor away. One more time. Inhale, drop the belly. And on your exhale, tuck the toes, lift your hips, come into your downward facing dog. And once here, pedaling out the legs a little bit, bending one knee, bending the other knee, walking in place, back and forth, back and forth. Then come to stillness, lift way up onto the tiptoes, lift the hips even higher, then bend the knees and press the chest towards the back wall. Long arm bones here. And then slowly straightening your legs to your degree, grounding your heels towards the floor. It's okay if they don't touch. Maybe keeping a bend in the knees if your back is rounding a lot. Really spreading the fingers wide, pressing into the pads of the fingers, grounding a lot between the thumb and the first finger, letting the head be heavy, shoulders away from the ears. On your inhale, coming to high plank. Exhale, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. And exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Elbows in by the ribs. Untuck the toes. Bhujangasana, low cobra. Draw the low ribs and the heart forward. And exhale, lower. Inhale, Bhujangasana, tops of the feet pressing into the floor. And exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Really energetically draw the hands back, the low ribs and heart lengthening forward. Exhale, lower. Use the hands to press back to child's pose. The knees wide, hips back, arms long, third eye to the floor. Hips a little side to side, sinking your belly between the thighs. You can always rest in child's pose whenever you need to take a break. Deep breath here and let it go. All fours, downward facing dog. On your inhale, lifting the right leg up to the sky. On the exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, pause. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. Right knee, left elbow, pause. Keep the gaze between the thumbs. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. And exhale, gently step your right foot between the hands. Runner's lunge. Come to the fingertips, reach your heart forward. Coming into an easy twist, left hand to the floor, right arm up to the sky. Strong back leg here. Draw your right hip in and back. That right knee on top of the right ankle. Draw the shoulder blades together, lay the upper body back. One more breath. And on the exhale, right hand down, step your left foot outside the right foot. So the pinky edge to the pinky edge. Lift and lengthen your spine. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. You could always bring your hands to a block here for support. So I'm letting the head be heavy. I'm softening the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe a slight bend of the left knee into the back of the right calf, really getting into that left IT band here. One more breath. And on your inhale, ground the feet and very slowly rise up to stand, one vertebra at a time. And then lifting the arms up to the sky, the right hand grabbing the left forearm or wrist, lifting up and gently side stretching over towards the right, grounding the feet, chin away from chest, feeling the stretch from the left hip all the way up the left side body. One more inhale. And then inhale, arms up to the sky. And soft knees, exhale, bow, forward fold, bringing the hands through heart center. Halfway lift, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, soften the right knee, left toes back of the mat, plant the hands, right toes back of the mat, high plank. And exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Bring your arms by your side, palms facing down. Inhale, arms, head, and chest lift. Exhale, legs lift, Shalabhasana. Thumbs a little higher, shoulder blades together. Keep the gaze on the mat or a little beyond, inner thighs a little higher. One more breath, lift, lift, lift. And release. Hands under shoulders, child's pose. Press back. All fours, downward facing dog. Tuck to the toes, lift the hips. Left leg lifts to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Hug it in. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, pause. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Left knee, right elbow, pause. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Left foot steps between the hands. Exhale, runner's lunge. Come to the fingertips. Reach your heart forward. Feel the length from the right heel through the crown of the head. Now, without dropping the hips, easy twist. Right hand to the floor, the left arm to the sky. Shine the left hand, spread the fingers wide, activate the back leg. Draw that left hip in and back. Shoulder blades together. One more inhale. Exhale, left hand down. Now step the right foot outside the left foot, pinky edge to pinky edge. Doesn't have to touch. Inhale, lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. And pausing here, pulling the belly up and in, sinking the top of the head deeper. You can always give a little gentle no, no, or yes, yes to the head to just stretch out the neck a little bit. One more breath. Maybe a slight bend in the right knee into the back of the left calf. Now very slowly start to roll up to stand, one vertebra at a time, grounding the feet, chin comes up last. Once here, arms up to the sky, the left hand grabbing the right wrist or forearm, lifting up first, chin away from chest, and exhale, gentle side stretch over towards the left. Grounding the feet, especially that right foot, right heel, and breathing up from the right hip all the way up to the fingertips. One more breath. Inhale, arms up to the sky, lift up, maybe lift the gaze. Exhale, softly forward fold, hands through heart center. Halfway lift, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, soften the left knee, right toes back of the mat, plant the hands, left toes back of the mat, high plank, inhale. Exhale, lower the knees, chest, chin to the floor, untuck the toes, Bhujangasana, low cobra. Exhale, lower child's pose, hips up and back. All fours, downward facing dog. Walking your feet to the top of the mat. Bend the knees, ragdoll. Bring the feet hip width wide. Hip width wide is like two fists between the feet. And bending the knees so the belly's on the thighs or close to the thighs. Let the head be heavy. And deep breaths here. Body weight a little more forward. You can shift the weight a little from one hip to the other and sway the upper body if that feels good. Or you can just be still. Slight tuck of the chin, lengthen the neck. Now release the elbows, bend the knees a lot. Slowly roll up to stand, one vertebra at a time. Chin comes up last. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, arms up to the sky, palms touch. Gaze up at the base of the thumbs. Reach through your ring finger. And exhale, soft knees, bow forward, fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, inhale, draw the hips back, heart and crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, right fingertips under the face, bend into the right knee, left arm to the sky. You can also have the right fingertips on a block. The twist coming from first the low spine, then the middle spine, then the upper thoracic spine. One more inhale. Exhale, left fingertips to the floor, bend into the left knee, right arm up to the sky. One more inhale. Exhale, right hand down, bend the right knee, left fingertips up, inhale. And on the exhale, left fingertips to the floor, bend into the left knee, inhale the right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, both hands down, Uttanasana, forward fold, halfway lift, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, fold right toes back of the mat, low lunge, lower the right knee, engage your thighs and rise. Pausing here. One more inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands down, half split. Pull your hips back, straighten the left leg a lot. Fingertips or hands to blocks. Lift and lengthen your spine. Inhale and exhale, folding. Activate your left quad a lot. All 5 toes towards the face, but the heart and the crown of the head lengthening towards the top of the mat. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Inhale, rebend the left knee, plant the hands, tuck the toe, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to high plank. If you're ready, exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Bend the elbows in by the ribs, untuck the toes, upward facing dog, or of course you can stay with low cobra. Exhale, tuck the chin, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts to the sky, inhale. Exhale, right foot steps between the hands, low lunge, lower the left knee, engage your thighs and rise, arms up. Exhale, hands down, left foot top of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, spike the heels, gaze up. Exhale, soft knees, bow forward, fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, fold left toes back of the mat, low lunge, lower the left knee, engage your thighs and rise. Pause here, exhale. Take another inhale. Exhale, hands down, half split, pull your hips back, straighten the right leg a lot. Lift and lengthen your spine, inhale. And exhale, folding. Activate the right quad, all 5 toes towards your face, heart and crown of the head lengthening towards the top of the mat. Pressing into the right heel, energetically pulling it back so that right hip draws in. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Inhale, rebend the right knee, plant the hands, tuck the back toe, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, left foot steps between the hands, low lunge, lower the right knee. You can always pad that back knee as you need to. Inhale and rise. Exhale, fingertips to the floor, right foot comes to the top of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, spike the heels, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center, pause, inhale. Exhale, arms by your side. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, turn the palms to face forward, draw your inner thighs back and feel your heart lifting. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up to the sky, Surya Namaskar A. Exhale, soft knees, bow forward, fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, jump or step back to plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. On the exhale, you lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths, pause here. Lift the hips high, 2 more breaths, spread the fingers wide. 1 more breath. Now inhaling to the toes, exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, lightly walk, step, jump. Top of the mat, halfway lift, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, spike the heels, reach through your ring finger. Exhale, hands to heart center, pause, inhale. Exhale, arms by your side. Heel toe the feet together, big toes touch. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair. Sit back and down on your exhale. If you look at your toes and you cannot see them, draw your knees and hips back. Peel the belly away from the thighs, lengthen the tailbone to the floor. 2 more breaths, breathing here. Lift the heart, lift the gaze, soften the face. 1 more breath, find a little more length. And on your inhale, ground down, rise up, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, bow, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, chaturanga dandasana. Exhale, you lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, right foot steps between the hands for a high lunge. On your inhale, ground down and lift up. 1 breath. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank, chaturanga, you lower. You can always skip these and just hang in down dog. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, left foot steps between the hands lightly. On the inhale, you ground down and rise up. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Chaturanga, you lower, chest wide, gaze forward. Inhale, up dog or cobra, open heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here, breathe here. You can always open the mouth. 2 more breaths, spread the fingers wide, ground a lot between your thumb and first finger. 1 more breath, hips a little higher. Now inhale to the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. Walk, step, jump, top of the mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair, sitting back and down. On your exhale. On the inhale, ground down, rise up, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center, pause, inhale. Exhale, arms by your side. Tree pose, we're going to shift the weight into the right leg. So the sole of the left foot is either coming inside, above the knee, below the knee, or a kickstand inside the right leg. I'm going to go above the knee. So really grounding all 4 corners of the right foot. And maybe palms to touch with the right thumb on top of the left thumb. And I like to bring the arms up, keeping the palms touching, but of course you can always keep the palms apart and really lift up and grow up towards the sky, lifting out of the right hip, chin away from chest. 2 more breaths. Keep growing taller. 1 more breath. Now listen carefully. Left knee to the chest. You could keep the arms overhead and come into a warrior 3, or you could also bring the hands to heart center as you push that left heel back. You can always soften that right knee a little bit, flex the left foot, rotate the toes towards the floor, drawing that left hip down, shoulder blades together. 2 more breaths. Keep the gaze steady. 1 more breath. Warrior 1, soften the right knee. Left heel comes back at an angle. Left toes at about 11 o'clock, arms up to the sky. Palms can be apart, arms by the ears, or palms touching above the heart, not above the head. Above the heart, gazing at the base of the thumbs and lifting up. that right knee on top of the right ankle. Draw your right hip in and back, grounding the outer edge of the left foot, feeling that left arch lift a little bit so you can rotate that left thigh internally. Interlace the hands behind the back. Thumbs at the low back, base of the palms together. Draw the shoulder blades and elbows together, and then bring the wrists above that left waist. So I'm really, again, drawing the elbows together, shoulder blades together, and pulling a little bit with the left hand to draw the left torso, the left rib cage forward. And I'm lifting the heart and lifting the gaze and opening the chest, keeping the toes light. One more breath. And exhale, release the hands to the floor. Left heel up, down dog, right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. Lower the left heel to the floor. Right kneecap higher. One more breath. Lower that right shoulder a little bit. Pull that left armpit up to square off the shoulders, long arm bones. Now inhale, straighten the right leg. Rotate the right hip down. Warrior two, stepping the right foot between the hands. Left heel turns down. Take up space. Taking about 3 breaths to align here. Heel to heel or heel to back arch, those left toes slightly turning in. I'm going to grab my block and put it nearby. That right thigh is rotating externally to open up that right knee. This left thigh is rotating a little bit internally, really spreading the weight between the legs, and the left rib cage pulling back just a little bit. So torso a little bit more to the left, the knee opening to the right. On your inhale, flip the right palm, reach up and back, reverse your warrior. Stay for the exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, side angle pose, right elbow, right thigh, left arm across the left ear. Now, if you're on the elbow, no sinking into the shoulder, you want to lift. And you can also go deeper, maybe the hand to the block outside the right foot, or even the hand to the ankle. Turning the right chest. 2 more breaths, strong legs, but light toes, grounding down to lift. 1 more breath. Look down, hands down, pyramid, stepping your back foot forward a little bit and carefully straightening both legs. Lift and lengthen the spine. Inhale and exhale, forward folding. You can, of course, also have hands on a block here. So it's like you're stepping more weight into that front foot, that right hip drawing up and back, the head super heavy, the left belly towards the inner right thigh. 1 more breath here. Standing split, halfway lift, lengthen, shifting the weight into the right leg, walking the hands forward, maybe hands on a block, and the left leg lifts. And look at the left toes, rotate them towards the floor so that left hip drops a little bit. If you want to play with balance, the right hand can come to the right ankle or calf. I like to keep the gaze in front of the toes and reach through the left inner thigh. Maybe the left hand also connects with the right hand for balance. 1 more breath here. Fingertips to the floor, lift and lengthen, inhale. Left foot comes to the top of the mat, meets the right, exhale, forward fold. Again, halfway lift, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, spike the heels, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center, pause, inhale. Exhale, arms by your side. Of course, feel free to hydrate during your flow. Tree pose, second side, shifting the weight into the left leg. Grounding the left heel, sole of the right foot inside the left leg, either above the knee, below the knee, or a kickstand, just not directly on that knee joint. So grounding the left big toe, maybe the hands to prayer. Draw the shoulder blades together, lift the heart into the thumbs. An option to grow your tree. Maybe try keeping the palms to touch. Of course, it's okay if they are apart as well. And really growing up, 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 grounding down through the left foot, but lifting through the whole left side to the fingertips. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now, either keeping the arms overhead, which is more challenging, or bringing the hands to heart center as you bring the right knee to the chest and connect through warrior 3, kicking the right heel back. I'm not going to keep the arms by my ears because I don't have space to do so. But if you do, maybe try it. You can always soften that left knee to rotate that right hip down. Keep the shoulder blades together. Try to keep the chest level with the hips. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Warrior 1, soften the left knee, right heel comes to the floor, right toes at about 1 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock, arms up to the sky. Make sure there's space between the legs. The heels are really lining up with the hips. Gazing up at the palms. If the palms are touching, of course, the arms can also be by the ears apart. 1 more breath. Inhale, that left knee moving on top of the ankle. Interlacing the hands behind the back, the opposite thumb on top. Press the base of the palms together, shoulder blades, elbows reaching back. Now pull the wrists above the right waist. And yes, a pulling of like the right palm to draw that right rib cage forward. Again, you're grounding the outer edge of the right foot, feeling the right arch lift so you can rotate that right thigh internally. Lift the sternum, lift the heart, elbows and shoulder blades together. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And release the hands to the floor gently. Pick up the right heel, down dog, left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip. Lower the right heel to the floor. Left kneecap higher. Left armpit rotates down. Right armpit pulls up just a little bit. Now inhale, straighten the left leg, rotate the left hip down. Warrior 2, stepping the left foot between the hands. The right heel turns down and blasting open wide. Taking about 3 breaths to just notice your alignment. Left toes forward, left heel aligning with the back heel or the back inner arch, the right toe slightly pointing in. That left thigh rotating slightly externally to open the knee, right thigh internally, drawing that right hip slightly forward, but then my right ribs pulling back. Shoulder soft, gazing over the fingertips. 1 more breath, sink a little deeper. Now inhale, flip the left palm, reach up and back, reverse your warrior. Stay on the exhale. Inhale here, reach, reach, reach. Side angle pose, left elbow, left thigh, right arm across the right ear. And you can look and see, where is the knee? Is it on top of the ankle? Make sure it's not collapsing in towards the big toe. Open it up. You can always use the block, maybe going deeper the hand to the block and placing it outside that left leg. 2 more breaths. Turning the left chest, opening the heart to the sky, reaching through the right arm and the right fingertips. 1 more breath. And exhale, hands down, pyramid. Pick up the right heel, step the back foot in a little bit, and carefully straightening both legs. Hands to blocks here can be really nice. Lift and lengthening your spine. Inhale. And exhale, folding the torso over the left leg, letting the head go. Like more weight in the front foot, like you're taking a big step into the left foot and then drawing that left hip up and back, the right belly towards the inner left thigh. Head heavy. 1 more breath. Really fill the back body with your breath. Standing split, shifting the weight into the left leg. Walk the hands forward or hands on a block and the right leg lifts. If you want to play with balance here, maybe the left hand coming first behind the calf or the ankle. Rotate that right hip down. Feel the right inner thigh lift. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Lift and lengthen the spine. Inhale. Right foot, top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, lengthen. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, spike the heels, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center, pause, inhale. Exhale, arms by your side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, soft knees, bow forward, fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Plant the hands, jump or step back, moving through your Vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or low cobra, open the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in down dog. And let it go. Right leg lifts, inhale. Right foot steps between the hands, warrior two, exhale, open wide. Again, I'm going to grab my block and place it nearby. I'm going to lift the arms up to the sky and then bend the right elbow and place the hand in between the shoulders behind the neck, archer arms. So either the left hand helps the elbow, or you could go for a full archer bind, reaching the fingers up, maybe grabbing the fingertips, and lifting up nice and tall, and possibly a reverse warrior in your archer arms. It could be very gentle and very small. Feeling the stretch up the right side, back of the head pressing into the right arm in particular. One more breath. Now release the arms wide, straighten the front leg. Inhale. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Exhale. I'm going to bring the right hand to the block outside my ankle and the left arm up to the sky. Same thing with the legs here. That right thigh is rotating a little externally. That left thigh rotating slightly internally, dropping that left hip point slightly down. So my pelvis is really pointing towards that top left corner of the mat. Shorten the left torso a little bit, drawing that left rib a little closer to the left hip to make more space between the right ribs, and lay the upper body back. Two more breaths. One more breath. Look down, half moon. Very carefully shifting the weight into the right leg. Maybe stepping your back foot in a little bit and stacking the left hip on top of the right. You can always bring the left hand to the left hip. My block or whatever I'm using for support, even a water bottle, is directly under the shoulder. I'm flexing the back foot like I'm standing on the back wall. The gaze is steady. For me, it's on the floor, and making sure the right toes are straight forward. And then turn the right ribs a little more towards the left side wall. Two more breaths. One more breath. Warrior two, soften the right knee, balancing left toes back of the mat. Inhale here. And exhale, cartwheeling the hands down, picking up the left heel, step back, high plank, inhale. And exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, down dog. Let it go. Left leg lifts, inhale. Left foot steps, warrior two, exhale. Left foot between the hands, right heel turns down, take up space. Arms up to the sky, bend the left elbow, the left palm in between the shoulder blades. Maybe the right hand helps the left elbow and you stay here, or full archer bind, the right arm coming underneath. You can always hold on to a towel here or a shirt, back of the head pressing into the left arm. And a reverse warrior with your archer arms, just lifting up and gently back of the head pressing into that left arm. One more breath. Releasing the arms wide as you carefully straightening the front leg. Inhale, exhale, triangle pose. I'm going to grab my block, placing it outside the left ankle. And yes, I'm opening that right hip to its max, but when I can't open anymore, slight quarter turn down of that right hip. Again, this right thigh rotating internally. Then I'm extending the left torso and opening the right arm to the sky. Grounding down in the feet and the hand to lift up. Shortening the right torso a little bit, drawing this right rib slightly closer to the right hip to make a little more space between the left ribs. Lay the upper body back, turn the left chest. Two more breaths. One more breath. Now look down, half moon, shifting the weight into the left leg. I'm going to step the foot back so I don't hit the wall here. The left hand under the left shoulder. That's where the block should be. Stacking the right hip on top of the left, the right arm coming to the sky and engaging the core. Again, thinking about shortening the right torso a little bit, drawing the right rib closer to the right hip to find more length on the left side and turn the left chest. One more breath. Warrior two, soften the left knee, right toes, back of the mat. Sometimes it's graceful, sometimes it's not. Inhale here. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down, pick up the right heel, step back, high plank. Inhale. And exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, inhale. High lunge, exhale, right foot between the hands, stay on the ball of the back foot, ground down and lift up. Now inhale, hands to heart center. And exhale, twisting to the right, the left elbow outside the right knee. If you're wobbly, heel toe that right foot a little wider. On the inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. On the exhale, twisting deeper, strong back leg. Two more breaths here, lengthen the crown of the head towards the top of the mat. One more breath. Now look down, hands down, down dog, right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip. You could stay or possibly flip your dog. If you're flipping your dog, both feet parallel facing the back. Lift the hips up and back, make space in the front body. One breath. Very carefully, down dog, right leg up to the sky. Lizard, step your right foot outside the right hand and gently lower the left knee. Lifting and lengthening the spine, inhale. And exhale, I'm going to bring my elbows to the block. My right heel is really on the outer edge of the right side of the mat. My toe is really coming off the mat. And about 5 breaths here, breathing into your back body. Taking a sip of water and hydrating as you need. Really feeling my back ribs expand with the breath, feeling the breath moving behind the heart. Body weight slightly to the right. Breathing deep into the hips. One more breath here. On the inhale, bringing the upper body up, planting the hands, tucking the back toe, firming the thighs, step back, high plank, inhale, and just switching back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, inhale. High lunge, exhale, left foot between the hands, stay on the ball of the back foot, ground down and lift up. Again, if you're wobbly, left foot a little bit wider, heel toe it wider. Hands to heart center on your inhale. That left knee on top of the ankle. Exhale, using the core to twist the right elbow outside the left knee. Lift and lengthen your spine. Inhale. Exhale, twisting deeper. On the inhale, lengthening the spine. On the exhale, twist. One more breath. Draw the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart. And on the exhale, hands to the mat, carefully down dog, left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip. You can stay right here, or you can try flipping your dog. Both feet parallel, lifting the hips up and back. Make space in the front body, one breath. Very carefully, down dog, left leg up to the sky. Lizard, stepping the left foot outside the left hand, gently lowering that right knee. You can always pad that back knee by flipping over the mat or using a blanket. Lifting and lengthening the spine. Inhale. And exhale. I like the elbows on a block. Of course, you can do elbows to the floor. You can also stay on the hands. Body weight slightly to the left. And breathing deeply into your back body, making space behind the heart. 2 more breaths here. One more breath. On the inhale, bringing your upper body up, moving my block out of the way, planting the hands, tucking the back toe, firming the back thigh, engaging the core as I step back, high plank, inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga, or straight back to down dog, your choice. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in down dog. Let it go. Inhale to plank. And exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Elbows in by the ribs, arms by your side. Interlacing the hands behind the back. If you don't like interlacing the hands, you can just leave the arms by your side. Thumbs at the low back, base of the palms together. On the inhale, knuckles stretch back, arms, head, and chest lift. Exhale, legs lift, Shalabhasana. Breathing here, inner thighs a little higher. Keep the gaze on the mat. There's no need to crank up your neck here. Keep the neck nice and long. One more inhale, lift, lift. And exhale, release. Back of the hands to the floor, the right ear to the mat. Deep breath into the belly. Chin forward, either interlacing the hands, opposite thumb on top, or arms by your side. Draw the thighs together. On the inhale, stretch the knuckles back, arms, head, and chest lift. Exhale, legs lift, and you can stay here or bending the knees, grabbing tops of the feet or the ankles for Dhanurasana, bow pose. Kicking back and up, thighs off the mat. 2 more breaths. One more breath, lift, 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 and release. The left cheek to the mat, left ear to the mat. Deep breath into the belly. You can shimmy the hips a little side to side. You can even windshield wiper the legs if that feels good. And while we're on the belly, let's do a can opener pose. So I'm going to bring my right arm long, extending straight out from the shoulder. I like to cactus the arm. You can either keep it long or you can bend it like a goalpost. Just make sure it's a 90-degree angle, straight out, the elbow straight out from the shoulder. Pressing into the right hand, drawing my shoulder blade down, my left hand coming under the left shoulder. Legs together, I'm going to press into the left hand as I'm drawing the right shoulder blade down, and I can either stay rotating onto the right hip with the legs long, or you can bend the left knee and place the left foot to the floor, or even bend the right knee. And if you scoot the hips forward, that's going to deepen the stretch. So just be aware. You're going to feel this in, of course, the shoulder blade, the top of the right shoulder, the front of the right shoulder. Make sure your head and neck are comfortable. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And to release, I'm going to stretch the legs first and then come back to the belly. And I like to just bring my forehead to my palms just to neutralize for a moment. Okay, and second side. I'm going to extend my left arm or cactus my left arm. So making sure the elbow is straight out from my shoulder, pressing into the left hand, drawing the left shoulder blade down, bringing the right hand under the right shoulder, pressing, and the left temple or ear to the mat, rolling onto the left hip, drawing that left shoulder blade down, feeling the opening in the front, and for me, the top of the left shoulder, the back of the left shoulder blade. Deep breaths here, 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And release, legs long. Come back to the belly, hands under shoulders, child's pose. Deep breath in child's pose. Observe the contour of your body. Feel the breath moving up and down the length of the spine. Just checking in with yourself, noticing how you're feeling, how are you doing. Deep breaths here. And And when you're ready, all fours, downward facing dog. Inhale to the toes, exhale, bend the knees, jump through to your seat, and we're going to lay down onto our back. For a couple more back bends, if you're tired, supported bridge, you can always take the block and place it under the low back. It does not matter which height of the block. So I'm making sure my fingertips are just grazing the heels. My feet are hip width wide. And on the inhale, I'm grounding the feet, lifting the hips and thighs straight up. Here's where you could place the block underneath and just settle there. Or you can shimmy a little side to side, interlacing the hands, shoulder blades together, and grounding the inner arches of the feet, feeling the outer hips lifting, the inner thighs drawing down, energetically pressing into the heels and drawing them back towards the back of the mat to engage the glute and the hamstring. 2 more breaths. The gaze is straight up, breathing into the chest, chest towards chin, but the chin is away from the chest. 1 more breath, lift up, and slowly release the hands and come down to earth. Unless you're on the block, you can stay there through both back bends. Bring the feet wide, let the knees kiss. Arms wide, palms facing up. Deep breath into the belly. All right, 1 more back bend. Bridge, supported bridge, or wheel. We haven't done a ton of back bending today, but we've done some. So you could go straight into wheel. I'm going to start in bridge and then move into wheel. So on the inhale, grounding the feet, lifting the hips and thighs up, shimming the shoulder blades together, grounding the feet. Same preparation here, grounding more inner arches of the feet, outer hips lifting. Now I'm going to transition to wheel by bringing my hands by the ears. I bring the hands a little bit wider, my index finger on the outer edge of the shoulders, hugging the elbows in on my inhale, maybe first pressing to the top of the head, hugging the elbows and the knees towards each other, and then pressing up. Breathing here. 1 more breath. And when you're ready, tuck the chin and come down. Let the knees kiss, feet wide, right hand on the heart, left hand on the belly. Close the eyes. Stay here, or maybe a Supta Baddha Konasana. The soles of the feet together, knees wide, and breathing. Feeling the breath filling your belly, the rise and fall of the belly. Feel your beating heart. Keep the face soft. Happy baby. Using the hands to bring the knees back together and then grabbing the outer edges of the feet, drawing the knees towards the floor. So my arms are on the inside of the legs, grabbing outer edges. But if grabbing outer edges doesn't work, you can grab peace sign fingers, big toes, or even just wrapping your hands behind the thighs. Trying to press all the vertebrae down through the tailbone, rocking a little side to side. Relaxing the head, neck, and shoulders back into the earth, especially the front of the shoulders. Make sure they're relaxed. And then hands behind the thighs, rocking forward and back, forward and back. I'm going to rock up to all fours, tabletop position. So just making your way there. And then pressing back into downward facing dog. We're moving into Gomukhasana. So for Gomukhasana, cow face pose, I'm going to bring my right knee to the center of the mat. I'm going to kick the right toes off the left side of the mat, and I'm going to snuggle the left knee in behind the right knee with the left toes off the right side of the mat. Then I'm going to back up to sit in between the heels. Now, this might be challenging for some. If you elevate yourself up on a block, that can help a lot. You can also do this on your back. The way you would do this on your back is same thing, right knee on top of the left knee. I'm going to grab the outer edges of the ankle or the shin and then pull the feet apart, not down towards the seat, but lifting the heels, creating a T with the legs. But I am going to come into a seated Gomukhasana and I need to roll forward to get there and then back up into it. And you can stay seated right here with the fingertips of the floor, lifting up nice and tall. You're going to feel this a lot in the hips, keeping the shoulders soft. And you can stay right here upright, or you have an option to forward fold. And I bring the block in front of the knees. And I like to eventually move towards bringing the forehead towards the block. And sometimes I can get there and sometimes I can't. It really takes some deep breaths. It takes time to get into this pose. You can also bring fists to the knees and rest your forehead there. So finding your Gomukhasana pose. And breathing deep. About 5 more breaths into your back body. Really feeling your back ribs expanding, space behind the heart. 2 more breaths here. On your inhale, bringing your upper body up. Now to get out of this, again, I need to roll forward and then maybe extending the legs into a plank or even a down dog, and then switching the left knee coming in front first, kicking the left toes to the right side, right knee snuggling behind it, and then backing up. If you're coming onto your back, the left knee is on top of the right. So the side's going to feel really different, maybe quite tight. I don't even know if I can forward fold on this side. This is feeling really, really tight for me. And I'm somewhat, in between the heels. The heels are more or less in the same straight line, but don't micromanage that too much. Lifting up nice and tall, inhale, and breathing deep into your hips. And if you're feeling ready, you could start to forward fold. I don't think I will reach the block on this side. And I really want to try and keep the hips grounded here. So I'm not forward folding with the hips lifting up. That's why I'm pressing into the hands, even the fingertips, to sort of keep the hips pressed back, even as I lengthen the heart forward. About 5 more breaths here. Last couple of breaths. And then inhale, bringing your upper body up. Getting the block out of the way, letting the legs go long down the mat, shaking them out, pulling the flesh out from your sit bones. So you're right on top of the sit bones. I'm going to bring the right knee to the chest, the right foot to the floor. Then I'm going to step the right foot outside the left leg. I'm stepping into the right foot. I'm reaching through the left heel, right hand behind you. Lift up nice and tall. Inhale. Spinal twist. Exhale, either the right elbow outside the knee, or honestly, I love to hug the knee into the chest. And on the inhale, lifting up nice and tall. And on the exhale, turning low spine, middle spine, upper spine. And then lastly, the head and neck, gazing over the right shoulder. Closing your eyes. Draw the right ribs into the body. 2 more breaths. Inhale, look forward. Gently counter twist the other way. No big deal. And then stretch the legs long, shake them out. Left foot to the floor, stepping the left foot outside the right leg. Left hand behind you, lifting up nice and tall. Inhale as I'm reaching through the right heel. Exhale, twist right elbow outside the left knee, or just hugging the knee into the chest. On your inhale, lifting up nice and tall through the crown of the head. Exhale, turning low spine, middle spine, upper spine, then the head and neck, gazing over the left shoulder. Draw the left ribs into the body, shoulders stay soft, collarbone wide, closing your eyes. 2 more breaths. Inhale, look forward, gentle counter twist the other way. And then legs long, Paschimottanasana. Again, pulling the flesh out from the sit bones, lifting up nice and tall. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, leading with the heart. You can grab the shins, ankles, or feet, or even just have hands on the floor. If your back is rounding a lot, you can always bend the knees to release the low back. And when you cannot lengthen the spine any longer, then let the head and neck relax and breathe deeply into your back body. 3 more breaths. Then inhale, look forward, bringing your upper body up, and then slowly making your way all the way onto your back. We are going to do a plow pose into a shoulder stand and ending in fish. So for plow pose, I'm going to scoot myself forward a little bit. I'm going to lift the hips over the head, bringing the toes to the floor. And you could stay right here, the palms flat, or start to shimmy a little side to side, drawing the shoulder blades close together, interlacing the hands. The goal is to get the shoulder blades and elbows as close together as they can be. And you could stay here in your plow pose, or press into the elbows, release the hands, palms to the low back. One at a time, lifting the legs to the sky. The feet you want over the hips, not over the head. You want the feet over the hips and the weight, the majority of the weight from the elbows and the top of the arms to the shoulders. Very little weight on the back of the head and the neck. Reaching through the toes or the balls of the feet. Pressing into the top of the arms, the elbows, the hands supporting the low back. And you can stay here as long as you like. I'm going to do 2 more breaths. Again, very little pressure in the head and neck. All the weight in the arms and elbows. 1 more breath. And then to come out of this, reversing back into plow, the toes over the head to the floor. Now I'm going to release the hands and bring the palms flat. I'm going to draw the thumbs closer together and pressing the palms down as I start to roll out. And I'm going to bring the hips on top of the hands. And legs are long. I'm going to hug the elbows towards each other and then press into the elbows for fish. Pressing into the elbows to bring the top of the head to the floor. I'm energetically pressing forward with the hands. Shoulder blades together, elbows together, heart and sternum lifting towards the sky, opening the throat, reaching through the balls of the feet. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Next, inhale, pressing into the elbows to release the head, lift the hips, and just lay into your Shavasana, the palms facing up. The legs long down the mat, taking up space here. Slight tuck of the chin, lengthen the back of the neck. And then really coming into your stillness, making a few last adjustments, but then trying to be still. And taking a deep breath in. And letting it go. And laying here in Shavasana for as long as you like. For the purpose of the video, we will lay here about a minute. Just breathing normally. Your body knows what to do. feeling the weight of the body pressing into the earth, feeling the earth beneath you supporting your whole body. And scanning the body from the top of the head all the way to the toes, noticing where you can soften and let go a little bit more. Soften the eyes. Let there be space between the back teeth. Let the tongue fall from the roof of the mouth. Soften the jaw. With every breath, soften somewhere else in your body. Lay it down and relax and rest. And slowly bringing a deeper breath back into your body. Noticing the temperature on your skin, any sounds around you, near or far. As you're breathing deeper, becoming more and more awake, waking up your fingers, the toes, wrists and ankles, gentle rock of the head side to side. And when you're ready, lifting your arms overhead, taking a full body stretch, reaching through the fingers and toes, taking a deep breath in and letting it go. One foot to the floor, other foot to the floor. Bring the knees to the chest and give yourself a big, big loving hug. Maybe rock a little side to side. And then bring the right arm over the head, gently rolling to the right side, pausing just for a moment, acknowledging your effort, taking great care of yourself today, body, mind, and spirit. And thinking of something you're grateful for in this moment. And then gently, easily making your way back to a tall seat and reclaiming your tall spine, and bringing your palms into prayer, Anjali Mudra, lifting the heart into the thumbs, soft bow of the chin towards the heart, the shoulders soft, taking a deep breath in and letting it go, and just observing how you feel in your body in this moment, the state of your mind, just noticing how you feel and carrying it with you the rest of today. Bring your thumbs to your third eye, your seat of intuition and inner wisdom. Take a deep breath in, and we bow down, sealing this practice. Namaste. Okay, hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.